Thank you, everyone. Nice to see you coming out on a school's night. And basically, I just want to talk about this journey that I've been on with Google for the last 2 years. It's been really amazing, but I want to start off from that place where I was in my classroom, the four walls, being in a practice that I felt was like limited to myself and also to the school. And I really wanted to break this wall down because I really wanted to give my young people a brighter vision, a bigger vision. And how do we do that? So I wanted to connect. How can I connect to the world stage of teachers and global educators? And this is how I done it. So if you go on to the next slide. Oh, there's a clicker. Do you know, I'm so used to this foreign presentations where I'm abroad and I just go to the next slide and they click. So first of all, I started off as a Google certified teacher. Then I became a certified innovator. Then I moved on to a certified trainer. And the reason why I push myself is because, again, I heard it in the first presentation today. It's about how can us as educators move out of our comfort zones. How can we move out of our comfort zones to inspire so many other people on a bigger stage than what we're doing in our schools, what we're doing in our local area, what we're doing in London, UK, the whole of the world? So what I decided to do is connect myself to the Google community, because there's a massive community online. If you didn't know, there's a few hashtags you can tap into and see all of the wonderful educators around the world talking around how they're using either Google products in their lesson or also how they actually just innovate and inspire their actual learners. So some of the things that I said before is that there are thousands of educators around the world using Google products, enhanced teaching and learning. The key is to join the conversation. And one of the things when I first started out is I always had that thing of I'm too busy, or there's always something to do. And what I realized very quickly is that by actually tapping into some of the stuff that the teachers are doing in other countries, it kind of helped me to simplify mine in my own. So the next thing is that I was given this kind of challenge in my school to run Google Community and also the Google Classroom. And it was really, for me, it was really daunting because I had all of these qualifications, but the school culture was very, very kind of strict on how they kind of use technology. So the way I kind of did this is by implementing these bullet points to the staff to say that, listen, we can actually, it's easy to use from all devices, the Google Classroom. It was effective communication and sharing. It speeds up the assignment process, effective feedback, and no need for paper. And when I first came of this, probably about 3 or 4 people signed up to kind of championing with me how we use Google Classroom. But after a while, showed me very small wins within our students, within the homework setting, within classroom projects, and also having that communication with them through using the Google Classroom, we was able to inspire. And most of you might think, so Mark, show us some examples, show us some demos. I didn't do that purposely because it's about you. It's about your individual walk in education and using tech products. And how can you do it? Starting off so small. How can you do something with such a seed and actually growing it and going in that process and knowing that you're not the only one in the world having this challenge? There's thousands of teachers across the world having to learn new things to actually gain better impact within their lessons and also with their learners. So one of the other things that was really exciting for me is I started a brand new job in September. It's in Brixton, heart of Brixton, South London. And it's a brand new kind of concept to education in terms of how we kind of empower learners. It's called the UTC, South Bank University Engineering School. And it's all about how can we get young people to study and give them a real vision of what's out there in the big world. And where I've used Google Expedition before, has anyone used it in their classes before? Hands up if you've used it. Okay, there's 1 or 2. Now, they are, if you contact them, they are actually booking a whole day to come to your school and do a Google experience with your students and also with your teachers. And it's a really great experience because, one, it's giving young people a brighter vision. And I give it a story. One student we done this Google expedition with, and the following morning he says, "Sir, I've got an idea." And I said, "What's this idea?" He said, "Sir, I've got a way that we can actually have a better experience by having virtual reality, by using these headsets." And that's when I got really excited, because I thought, wow, from giving that young person that experience, him going away and actually thinking about how can he actually use it and actually modify the actual technology, kind of gave me kind of an inspiration as a teacher that, as teachers, are we giving young people more innovative experiences? And how we can actually do that. And there's services such as the Google Expedition that actually come to your school and give young people free virtuality experiences in different worlds, different countries, and so on. So, oh, that's not my one. So, as I said, I just want to get back to starting that journey. You're probably, if you're a teacher, you might be thinking, okay, the practice is just within my four walls as a classroom or just within the school. There's a much bigger world out there to actually connect with. And actually being a Google ambassador, my simple message is just to get connected. Ask those silly questions, because those are the questions that will one day lead you to it actually enhancing your practice and also empowering your young people to do great things. And I only started this 4 years ago. I only started this journey 4 years ago, believe it or not. And I've been able to travel around the world and to tell that story of giving young people a brand new opportunity to do stuff if we kind of give them those real life experiences. So hope it's short and sweet and it inspires you to think about what other things can you do to get connected.
Nice one. And he's got 10 seconds left of his presentation.
Give him an
Look at that, round of applause, please.
Finishing on time.